Yo, channel fam, look what Shozy sent me. This is a pre-production test sample of Robot Toys' Legend Scale Bumblebee. It is really quite beautiful, and it's actually an oversized version of Lucky Cat's Bumblebee, but it is not a just oversized direct copy. They've actually improved upon the engineering, and they've made a lot of changes as well. I think they were able to make those changes because the scale is so much larger, and in my opinion, these changes are an improvement to the Lucky Cat design, and so we're going to go over the transformation today. It doesn't come with any instructions, and so I kind of had to just figure it out. It does come with these bits, and you can see that there's an extra head, a couple of blades, arms, and there's a little rubber ducky. Do you see that? There's a tiny little rubber ducky over here. And yeah, it does have some vanity hands, but it also has its own set of hands within. And yeah, they can tuck in the transformation, and you don't need to remove them and stuff like that. And before we go into the transformation, just do a quick size comparison. You can see how he looks compared to the buzzworthy Bumblebee. They're actually quite similar in terms of size and scale. This obviously being a much more accurate version of a real Volkswagen Bug Beetle. I don't know if it's a little bit long, but I don't know. I think it looks really good. And over here we have Studio Series Bumblebee. And oops, sorry, bud. Yeah, and he's much larger, so he's not going to be compatible at this scale, but probably in your Legends core, he's going to fit just right. And so let's go through the transformation right now, okay? Hey, really quick, before we go into the transformation, I'm actually doing a quick combo breaker because I'm going to warn you up front that the transformation sequence and me fumbling through it is rather rough, okay? And I keep saying, like, I don't have the instructions and stuff, and so it's going to be a little rough as I tumble and fumble through it, but if you're willing to watch, yeah, the transformation sequence is ahead, and we finally get to the final product, which is him over here, but yeah, it's a little bit rough, and so fair warning, all right? Let's go over the transformation. Like I mentioned, there weren't any instructions provided with this, but of course, because it is based off of the Lucky Cat design, I was able to follow some instructions online and we were able to figure it out. But again, there are enough changes on this to warrant this being kind of a unique version of its own. But yeah, let's just kind of go through this. And this is a really interesting transformation in that it's one of those things where you almost need to just kind of dislodge, untab everything first, and then start folding everything back. But yeah, but I'm sure there's a proper standard order of operations for this particular toy once we get the instructions. But yeah, I've opened up the sides, and this is really unique in that these are going to fold in and they're going to become the legs. You can see that these are the sides of the calves over here. But yeah, so let's just start kind of like putting this guy up. And there are a lot of bits that are on ball joints. And so every now and then, like these windows, they might kind of like pop off, but then you can kind of like put them back as necessary. Also, this is like I mentioned, this is a pre-production sample. So some of the yellow over here that doesn't match and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure these will be like addressed and fixed on the final production copy. But yeah, and for the most part, even though it is a test sample, the joints and stuff, oops, yeah, like this is what I was talking about. The door just kind of fell out. I'll just leave it off for now. Even though it's a test sample, I will say it's pretty good. It's pretty good. And you can actually see, look at that. You know what? I'm glad that it came off so you can see the side profile. Look how everything is just jam-packed in there. Is that wild or what, dude? That's crazy, right? And I believe this little hollow bit back over here, that's left over from the Lucky Cat design. And so these bits over here, you're gonna fold them back. And you can see that this is actually the front of the robot. And when these are, when it's transformed, the arms will tab into the side over here, and the arms will tab in together here. So, and these will also tab in together. So there's a bunch of places where it will secure, kind of giving you that nice sense of stability. Okay, so I folded these back. The arms can kind of pop out. It has some faux tires on the back. I like them a lot, actually. I was kind of confused at first, but it does complete the robot mode look, and I think it looks very nice. The windows will close up on themselves, but yeah, so we kind of move that out of the way. The head has a little telescoping thing, and you need that for clearance when you transform. But yeah, so these bits were hiding the arms underneath, and so these will be like the side of the thighs. Then we can separate the front as well. And all of this will kind of like come apart. So yeah, this is what I was mentioning earlier. It's one of those things where you just have to kind of like take it apart. Okay, this kind of fell off, but that's fine. That's fine. So this bit, the front of the car will come over here, and this will all come down, and it'll all cinch together. This back actually I think is like really cool once these close up, but We'll look at that later. Separate the legs, get them out of the way. This bar helps the legs tab in, and so you need to kind of fold that back. I actually think the legs are probably the most intricate and probably the most interesting areas of the transformation. It took me a long time to kind of figure out because I didn't want to break anything, obviously. And so I'm going to attempt not to break it right now as well. Oh, the tires. This is interesting. There's a little, I don't know if I can show it, but the tires will recess. The tires will recess, but is that it? Yeah, there's a little tab over here. You see that little tab? And that prevents it from swinging any further than it's supposed to. But then you can rock this back, and this whole bit, including the wheel well, will fold up. We'll kind of get to that later. Yeah, I know I'm kind of like fumbling through it. It's still kind of new to me right now, but yeah, I don't know. I typically don't like such complex transformations, but this one was really fun. And this bit, that'll be the heel. And what's gnarly is this tire. This is where the toe is, and you can see kind of like the bottom of the steel toe boots. You can see that grip, the teeth right there, right? I'm trying to see the order of operations. How did we do this? I should have done it yesterday when it was fresh in my mind. I believe this, on that black joint, it has to rotate. Yeah, there we go. And then allows us to bring this down like that. And then we have the front of the toe. This is going to rotate, and it has a tendency to like pop off. And it's going to be covering all this like empty space over here, and so it's kind of important to do that to help with the illusion. So all right, this is going to close in on itself. There is a hinge over here, so you have to mind how you close it, but this will kind of like tab in. The tire cannot be protruding from the back, or maybe it can, but then you can actually compress it. And I'm trying to find the right way to do this right now. Yeah, fumbling with the Hasbro toy without instructions is one thing, but fumbling with one of these things is a completely different experience. But dude, I don't know how I recessed it before. But what's going to happen is this thing over here, it's going to turn around, and it will like kind of close all over this. But what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong right now? Here, this does need to recess, but I can't for the life of me figure out how it recesses. Give me 1 second, okay? All right, I got it. So this bit has to move up. The little wheel well part, that has to move up, and then you can move all of that up. Okay. Then you can close that, and then you can close that, and you can see that this like groove over here, you can hide it in there, and then this will all come down and hold that in place. Then this will come forward, and it will sit right inside the front of the toe. Then this will flip over, and that is the leg completed. Man, that took forever, dude. My bad. That was such a super sloppy review, but whatever, dude. A sequence rather, but yeah. So hopefully this side will be better. We will lift up that wheel well, lift up the tire. There we go. And then we will close this, open that up, move that to the side. What's making that noise over here? Weird. Bring that down, keep it closed, and then this will close over, and this will like cinch it all together. Maybe I should have transformed the toe first, but because now I don't have clearance over here, dude. That was on me. Perhaps I should redo this review now that I've kind of gone through this, but whatever, dude. Flip the back of the heel. Yeah. bend. Come on. Yeah, the tolerances are pretty good, like I said, especially for a pre-production sample. Bring that down, have it sit under the toe. And then we got to turn this around. So if you own the Lucky Cat toy, you've probably already noticed the differences and stuff, especially with how the side of the car transforms. All right, so this is the most complicated part. And that's pretty much how the feet look. Not horrible. Not the best, but also not horrible for such a small, tiny little toy, right? And then this will all kind of compress. And that little tab right there, it will lock into that section over there up top. And then the arms will bend out. Bend, 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 bend. Bend and swivel. And then we put the head back. Make sure that locks in place. There we go. All right. And the wings, forgot about the wings. Just bend those closed and it's like that. Dude, what is that weird noise? I hear like cluck, cluck. Look at that. Cleans up really nice in the back, huh? And this is him in the front. He's pretty tight, dude. He's pretty tight, man. I like him a lot. The Lucky Cat one, I don't know. Hold on for a second. There's this weird noise over here. I gotta address this. 1 second. Couldn't figure out where that noise was coming from, but I think I addressed it. Let me make sure this is all fully cinched in, because I feel like it's not. Okay, there we go. There we go. This knee is a little bit loose, but like I said, this is a test sample. And when I transformed the first time, I was able to lock this in a little bit better. And another big change is the Lucky Cat one. This thing like does this like multiple spin type thing, and this one doesn't go through all of that. Having a little difficulty cinching this closed together. I think I'm doing everything right. The spacing seems right, but let me check it. Give me 1 second. All right, so there he is. There he is in all of his glory. He looks nice, right? And oops, we could pop the neck down a little bit. Press that down. That's cool. That's cool. No. Neck is still a little bit high. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's cool. There we go. Nice, isn't it? Nice, 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 nice. Very cool. Great articulation. Little tiny masterpiece. You know, swivels over here, double elbow bend. He has a bit of an ab crunch. The legs will do kind of like the full Van Damme, as Bobby Skullface says. He has decent knee articulation. I don't know if he has a double knee. No, I don't think he does. And then he has ankle pivot and stuff like that. So yeah, a lot of posability. A lot of great stuff packed in this little guy, and boy, that transformation, me going through it without the instructions was rather brutal. And if you watched through that with me, I apologize, because yeah, that was rough. Even me watching this, I was like, dude, what am I doing, dude? Several times I considered like reshooting it, but I don't know, he's kind of tough to do it without instruction, especially the way my brain works. I really need something to follow along. But look at the back, dude. It cleans up really nice. Those faux little tires, the wings over here, very, very clean. You know, I can't believe they managed to do this in such a small scale. Let's check out some of his accessories, actually. See how those look. He has a replaceable head, and so I guess you just pop it off the ball joint. And I'm not sure if you can transform it with this head. I have not tried, and I don't think I will, because it was packaged with the other one. But that looks nice. Battle mask, all like Wasp Hornady. That's very cool. Got the little blades, the braids, the Bay braids, Michael braid. All right, man, that didn't work out. Those fit in nice and snuggly bugly. Yo, this look like a piece of corn, dude. For real, right? Nice little blaster hand. Cool, cool. Tons of little accoutrements, dude. Very, very nice. The little rubber ducky. Yeah, rubber ducky. Okay. Not sure what that's supposed to be. But yeah, so we could pop this hand off. We can put in, that's cool, man. That's cool, dude. I like this guy a lot, dude. I like this guy a lot. He is currently available for pre-order on shozystore.com, and the link is in the description. You can order him now, and I'm pretty sure this is a pretty solid copy as is. Like, I'm surprised for a test sample that the integrity of the build and the QC is so nice, and I'm sure the final copy is going to be even better than this. And so, yeah, if this is your type of thing, you like Bumblebee, this particular new one, and you like the Legend scale, the Lucky Cat one, and you just want it a little bit bigger, this might be your guy, dude. This might be your guy. It's a tremendous little desk toy, and yeah, I'm very, very grateful for Shozy for sending him to me. Yeah, they just hit me out of the blue, and they were like, "Hey, man," they're like, "We got a test sample of this thing. You want to review it?" And I was like, Paris. But yeah. So that's him. That's me, and I thank you all for watching, and I really apologize for that really clunky sequence from the car to robot transformation. Okay, I'll do better next time. All right, I was about to say, take a good one, friends. I was about to say, take care and have a good one. Take a good one, friends.